Staying on our big story, there is a new law of the land in Arizona for abortions. The Arizona Supreme Court in a 4-2 vote ruled Arizona must follow a more than 100-year-old code that bars all abortions in our state, except when it's necessary to save the person who is actually carrying the child. Now, taking a look at how the justices voted in all of this, none of the 7 members of the Supreme Court are Democrats. Our last 2 Republican governors appointed all of them. 4 appointees from former Governor Doug Ducey voted to uphold the abortion ban. A 5th recused himself. The 2 dissenting justices were both appointed by former Governor Jan Brewer. Meantime, 2 of the justices who signed that majority opinion are up for election this year. Justices Clint Bullock and Catherine H. King, and state lawmakers are considering a constitutional amendment to end such retention elections. I'm going to take you inside the numbers now on what Arizona voters actually think about the laws now surrounding abortion. Our data analyst Garrett Archer breaks down what impact this could have on the November election.
When it comes to the bookends of abortion rights in Arizona, about 4 in 10 Arizona voters think it should be legal in all circumstances, and 1 in 10 think it should be always illegal. A half believe that abortion should be legal under certain circumstances. Now, while the polling does not go into these certain circumstances, they often break into gestational weeks, health of the mother, and exceptions for rape and incest. Arizona's territorial ban does remove 2 of those 3 exceptions. Mike Noble, the pollster who conducted the survey just weeks ago, told me that abortion is the top issue for about 1 in 10 of Arizona's voters.
They're more predominantly pro-choice. So when you look at this topic of pro-life to pro-choice, the pro-choice folks are not only motivated with the news coming out today, I think they're going to be pretty fired up, and it's going to have an impact in the upcoming elections come November.
The demographics that would have implied support for the 1864 ban are groups you would expect. Conservative Republicans do top this list. Those Republicans that are party over Trump, loyalty, rural voters, those over 65, as well as some voters with children over 18. Those groups with implied opposition to the ban, for the most part, are a mirror image. Liberal Democrats, those with postgraduate degrees. The bottom 3 are a bit more interesting. White voters, those who have been in Arizona more than 20 years, and then as well a second appearance for voters over 65, showing how diverse of an opinion that group does have. Roy Herrera is a Democratic attorney and consultant, and he believes that this court decision will impact Arizona's 2024 election.
And then I think if you look at last election cycle, in the governor's race, for example, in the attorney general's race, in some of the statewide races we've had here, it was very clear that abortion rights was a major issue that I think helped Democrats.
With a look inside the numbers, I'm Garrett Archer, ABC 15, Arizona.